What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Pack to Glory. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining us here again. We're up to episode 13 now, and today we're going to get straight back into the draft. Had an absolute blast playing the draft in our last game, so I thought, let's go again. Unfortunately, we don't have our special guest with us again today. Hopefully, she'll be back again in a future episode. I really appreciate all of the feedback and the support from the last episode. Really overwhelming, so thank you for that. And I'm sure we'll have some more content out again soon. With my wife in the video. So to get things started today, we're going to go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. Really important that in this formation your cams have a lot of pace, but I have used this formation in the past and done really well with it. And we've got a few options to go for here. Figo Pops, he's been really great for me thus far. Love that weak foot and those skill moves. Also, big fan of his aggression and strength. And even though he's got those low defensive stats, he seems to win the ball back a lot. So I'm going to pick him up. He'll probably start on the bench and come in for us because he doesn't really fit this formation. And we're going to actually start off here with our keeper selection. A good way to kind of build your squad up from the back is to see what keepers come for you. So we're going to start. I'm going to take Alisson just because of the Brazilian link in Premier League. And then I think if you go to your subs and second one, this should also be. It's not the keeper. No. Okay, I've messed that one up. So I'm going to take Grimaldo for the left back. Is it? I know it's one of these three. I apologise for... here we go. So here's our second keeper. So now that we know that we've got Alisson, we've got that Grimaldo, we will take the Spanish keeper, the 82 rated, and then we've got two league options there, and we know we've got some pretty good links in those nations. We'll now work up from the top down, and I will take Mbappe over Son. One, because Son's a Spurs player, and I'm an Arsenal fan, so we're going to avoid him as much as we can. I'm a little bit jealous that Mourinho is now managing Spurs. I think he'll do fantastic for them. But we're going to take Mbappe, and then we'll build on from there. Next, we'll look for our cam position and see if we can... For me here, Royce is just an absolute animal, and I can't pass him up. If we had Son, we could have linked in Eriksen with the perfect link there. But when I see Royce, I'm licking my lips in excitement because he's a fantastic finisher, and I absolutely rate his card. Next up, we will get a perfect link with this Payet Scream card, and he's got pretty nice weak foot, skill moves. Also, big fan of his attacking work rate and low defensive work rate. Get us in the right positions. He's got pretty good stamina and strength, and all the things you want to see. So we'll take Payet, and he'll get some really good links there into Mbappe. And then finishing off at Cam, could really do with an icon here to link things up. Can we see our first icon of the episode? No, we can't. We're going to get our silver card. So we'll pop him in there. He does get really good links, but I don't see him starting for us. And then we're going to maybe we'll go have a look at the centre backs here. See if we can get some links into our keeper. What's the play? We'll take, again, the Frenchman. Looks like our best option. And hopefully we can continue to get some more French links. Can we see someone here from the Prem? We get a perfect link into our centre back here. Matchup's a little slow. Hernandez gets that German link, French link, but we don't have any keepers that's going to fit that whatsoever. We've already done our keeper selection, so probably, even though he's got the great pace and a pretty good chemistry style on him, I am going to take Matip because we've already seen what keepers we've got on offer here. So looks like it's probably the smartest play for now. We'll have a look at that CDM. And that's perfect. Kante will get French links and Premier League links, and that card is one of the best cards in the game. So we've done really well to pull his road to the final card. And then finishing off Kyle Walker in form, into right back. That side is pretty much well put together, but I would like to get rid of that Matip if I could. And then in left back here, that's tough. That Tellez card's a really good card. Robertson would get links into Matip if we want to go a full Prem backline because of our Premier League keeper. And we've also already got a pretty solid Spanish left back, so we probably don't need Jordi Alba, even though he's top tier. I'm going to take Robertson just because we might have that Premier League back four going there, and he'd be a really good option for us. And then finishing off with our central defensive midfielder, we get none other than... We might take Trossard here, just because he's probably the best option and those French links. So not too bad of a start. Still some work to do chemistry-wise, but so far it's definitely savable. I think we can get 100 chem here and a pretty solid side to finish off with. We'll take Bellerin here. We could play him off chem at centre back if need be. Next up in our picks, we've got a few options. De Bruyne is probably the best with his 5-star weak foot. I see a lot of people don't rate him this year. High work rates, solid stamina, good tackling, composure strong, really good. Probably the balance and agility is what lets him down. Balance and agility, some of the top tier stats this year, and they're quite low for him. We do get the Arsenal man in Ozil. I think for this one here, we'll take De Bruyne and see how he plays for us. Let's keep moving on. Let's get a tiny bit more chemistry there if we do this and this. So up to 98 now, so pretty much close to 100 chem. And I think that would actually make it... No, it wouldn't. Okay. So we'll leave that for now. Next pull. That Pogba card looks really solid. Great stamina, solid defense for really more of a cam player. Good composure. Again, low agility and balance, but nice work rates, weak foot. Gundogan will get perfect links into De Bruyne. Soft leg into Kante. Pogba, Pogba would be a good pick here because we can pop him in there at cam. And even though he gets a lot of weak links there, he actually is on 9. And I'm pretty happy to play with De Bruyne on 7. And now we're on track. We're on track here. It's looking like a well-rounded side. Just get rid of that CDM, and I'd be very happy with this side here. Ooh, all right. So we're looking for our super sub here, and yeah, rule of thumb on this account. When we see Messi, we take Messi. He is just absolutely phenomenal this year. Highly rate his card. I think Digne would be a good play here. I know that Bale will be able to provide us with a lot off the bench, but we've already got Figo and Messi to come in as attacking options. And if we take him and then play him at centre back here, that gives us 99 chem, and that gives us 100 chem. So we now have a 100 chem side, and now we're just going to try and replace that CDM. We can bring Figo on, we can bring Messi on. We've got plenty of options to come off the bench here to strengthen this side up. Next up, just take Marcus Alonso, highest rated Premier League. Could play in at centre back, 70 pace there. But we'll see what we'll do at the end of this one. Zanetti could definitely be an option here. I know Rakitic is more suited to that CDM position, but if we do take Zanetti and we pop him in here, we lose 5 chem. Really? What's he on? 3 chem. What's he on here? 6 chem. I don't mind him on 6 chem there. Just quite a lot more pace than Matip. Really solid players in Eddie. If you did your icon swap and used 18 cards on him, I reckon you've used your cards really well because he is an outstanding player. Indeed, is what we want to see. He will work really well into our Premier League players, and whilst he doesn't quite get that same amount of chem, once we get a Premier League manager here, we'll get a boost of 3, 4, and that'll get us pretty close to 100 chemistry. And then to finish off, we get Koeman's. His upgraded icon is a really solid. This one's a little bit slow, but I think he's probably the best option for us at this point, especially because we have 2 centre backs that aren't actually centre backs at all. So finish off here. I think if I also switch Ndidi with Kante to get that French link, that'll be an extra bit of a boost. That'll get him up to 10, 10, 10, 9, 10, 10. And then 7, and we have that 6 rated. If we can get an Argentine manager, I think that'll get him up to 7. We'll switch out a couple of players on our bench as well. I'll be pretty happy to bring on our 3 attacking threats here. And then we've also got some pretty decent defenders to come and cover the gaps if need be. So our squad at the moment, 100 chem, 87 rated, and then we'll bring in the manager. And we're really looking for either Argentina or Belgium or Premier League. And we have a Prem manager there or Argentina. So that will get us that boost for Zanetti, who's going to start and probably play all the games in centre back. So that would be really handy. Or alternatively, we'll get a boost for Walker, not for De Bruyne there. So Walker's he's already on 10, so that's not going to help us out at all anyway. This one, because it's Premier League, will give us a boost for De Bruyne and for Pogba. So it's either a boost for De Bruyne and Pogba or a boost for Zanetti. I think we'll go just that extra chem. That could be the difference in this game here with Pogba and De Bruyne getting the goals for us. All right, we'll take that. We can always swap out Zanetti if he's not doing it for us, or Coman if for his pace. And we've got a few pace merchants on the bench. So that's the squad. We'll get into some games and then we'll come back for the packs at the end. So guys, as we dive into the footage here, I thought this might be a really good opportunity while I commentate over the draft today to talk about what's working well for me this year in FIFA and what's helping me achieve a little bit of success in the draft format. One is having Messi, because he's unbelievable. His left trigger, right trigger dribbling allows you to just duck in, out and around the centre backs, and Mbappe also has a really nice dribbling, and Messi's finishing, particularly on his left foot, is something to behold. Two, looking after possession is something that you've probably seen a lot from me so far. It's the meta of the game this year. If you're coughing up possession easily, then you're doing yourself a disservice. And three is mentality. You can see me scoring there in the 92nd minute to make that one 3-0. And I think the guy rage quits in the 93rd when I'd been up comfortably for a really long time, which was kind of frustrating because I wanted him to quit earlier so I could get onto my next game earlier. But nonetheless, mentality is a really, really big thing. We actually go super far in this draft today. We make it all the way to the final. So you'll see me scoring a pretty poor goal here, but you get that when you're using the high meta players, the higher level players. And look at that header from his Toni Kroos. I was a little bit ticked off when that went in, the header from the edge of the box, especially with heading being so weak this year. But then we reply pretty swiftly with Figo on his left foot into top bins. I think get a nice little zoom in angle here. This one really does go right in the top bins. With the yarn ball as well. I don't mind this ball. So that one was top bins. But yeah, and Messi is he's so good. He's so fast. He's got that like balance, so he's strong. Like he doesn't get knocked off by the centre backs. Went for the near post finish there. Kept my cool and composure. If I went across the keeper, I probably would have saved that. But a nice little near post finish. And then to make it 4-1, we're just really looking after the ball. Left trigger, right trigger, drag backs, just waiting. You don't need to make the shot there. If he's not going to commit, if they're not going to tackle you, then you don't need to do anything. Wait for them to commit and then find your space and time. And then we're going to make it 5-1, pushing through here to have a nice... I'll try to wear for the chip, just be a little cheeky, give you that good footage, but I kind of messed it up and we get the rebound. And that's 5-1. Another goal to Figo. Yeah, a big thing is going to be for you is mentality in the draft. It seems like when you play the draft, because you've spent $15,000, there's a bit of pressure on. It's like, okay, now I know it's going to be competitive 4 games. What can I do? Take the pressure off. You're still going to get back $15,000 worth of packs regardless. So play to have fun, play to enjoy, and try new things. But at the same time, look after that ball, and you'll find probably because you have better players than what you usually do that you'll actually do a little bit better than normal. So starting off there are some really nice composure inside the box again, making them make the challenge, and then often is the case you've got to play quickly. If you see the pass, play the pass quickly. So you can see here, just moving the ball fast. Like you might think that's a dodgy rebound goal. You shouldn't be celebrating that. I was moving the ball really, really rapidly and thus making chances for myself. You make your own luck out here, and by seeing the pass, playing the pass, and then kind of trying to think 1 or 2 steps ahead, that's when you make spaces and that's how you create goals. Sometimes you probably come away from a game thinking, I just couldn't get any chances on target, and that's because you need to move that ball faster. You need to see things faster, slow it down when it needs to be slowed down, and then when you need to speed things up, dictate the tempo of the game. This is the final here, 4-4-2, really strong side, and he's got the golden goat. So that did make me feel a little bit nervous. And you can see I'm moving the ball really quickly here. I'm looking after it, rolls, drag backs, and this guy was being very aggressive. Too aggressive. When you've already got a player on a yellow card, you cannot be making those challenges. And thankfully, 20 seconds later in real time, I then go straight up that end and have a shot, deflection, goal, 1-0. So now we're 1-0 up against 10 men in the final. And this dude was really, really, really good. I've actually fast forwarded this clip here by about 20 seconds. I've had the ball the whole time, just looking after it, trying to find the space to work the challenge, because he was so good defensively, and then we finally get that gap there. So I had the ball for about 30 seconds real time in game to try and find that opportunity. Very sweaty stuff, and then we finish it off in the 89th to make it 3-0. We do pick up the win here against this Golden Goat, and pretty stoked to say that's our first ever draft win on FIFA 20. I've never actually won the draft before. I haven't played a lot of the draft, to be fair. It's our first win on Pack to Glory, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more to come in future episodes. Let me know down below if you're enjoying these draft episodes more than our regular Champs games. And the reason why I'm on this screen right now is because it's 300 Rivals wins to get that Tfue goat. And that dude had that goat. So he must have played a lot of FIFA so far this year. And from winning the draft, we pick up 2 rare gold packs, which are 12 gold, 12 rares. So I believe that's 50k, because 24 gold, 24 rares is 100. So we pick up 107,000 worth of packs here. So we could say these are Black Friday, but we're going to have a 1.5 million coin pack opening on Black Friday. So we're going to open them now. Without further ado, let's see if the EA gods can bless us after our first ever win of the draft. And to start things off, we are going to get boards or a walkout. We'd love to see that French flag. CDM not so much, but Matuidi, that's not a bad pull. So it's just going to be boards to kick things off for our packs today. But Matuidi, we can definitely take that French link. We can work that into our team. We're getting more and more players from Piemonte Calcio and from the Serie A. So we'll take that into our pack-only side. Pack Maguire again for the 3rd time, and then Andre. So we'll put them up to the trade pile. These guys we can quick sell them. We probably will get some coins for those 2 clubs because they're pretty popular. We'll sell him on, and I think, we'll sell these guys on too. I don't really see these guys ever getting a game for us. And Demirbay, we might keep Demirbay just in case. Let's get into the next pack and see if we can get another board or another walkout here and at least get our monies back for that initial entry fee. Pack number 2. What have we got? Come on, EA. Again, boards or walkout. That's a pretty big flare that time. Portuguese, CDM. It's only going to be an 83. We already have Carvalho as well, so a bit disappointing. If we'd opened that pack on Friday, we probably would have got his screen card, which would be a bit more exciting. So we get a few duplicates there. Nothing really too special. That's a little tough. That's pretty tough from those ones. So we'll throw those 2 up to the trade list. We'll keep all the consumables, and we'll keep these fellas for now, but they'll probably end up being sold at some point. And get into the last pack, 7.5k pack. Let's see what we can get. We at least need to make that 15 grand. We're probably pretty close to making our money. Oh, it's not even a rare player. Come on, EA. Why you do this to me? It's all good. I'm sure it'll even out in the long run. The Hawk one, I think the Hawk maybe goes for about 2 grand right now. 2.5 grand. 1.2. That's tough. Alright guys, well, that's our pack luck for today. A little disappointing, but nonetheless, we had a really good run in the draft, and I am enjoying the draft so much more than just regular foot at the moment. So yeah, if you haven't been playing much draft lately, I definitely recommend dipping a toe into it, because it is a really fun game mode and really good practice if you're trying to play more competitively. That's all for me today, guys. As always, thank you for joining us. Please subscribe if you want to help this little channel grow. Your feedback and support is always appreciated. But that's all. Take care. Catch you next time.